Hey everybody, Dr. Earl here. It's now officially Halloween Day. It's still Devil's Night. And myself, I'm surprised I'm out here by myself on Devil's Night. But then again, not much of that, any Devil's Night bullshit goes around here. There's not much of that. There's not much patrol cars. It's basically a regular night here, so to say the least. And just by I'm wondering how my hometown of Detroit is doing right now. And I ask that because throughout the 1980s, Devil's Night was considered one of the most catastrophe nights of that city. Because any vacant building that's run down, tore down, sure shit as hell would be set on fire. That was the thing back then. A lot of these punk-ass kids would set buildings on fire, of course, as I mentioned, vacant buildings, of course. No way they would never do that with any family inside, anybody living in there. Now, why, we don't know. But then again, you gotta remember, these are punk-ass little kids. These are punk kids, some of them adults as well. Kids who ain't got nothing better to do. Young adults who like to get on top of a bridge over a freeway and dump water or sewage water over cars right on the over the cars, fucking up their windshields and shit like that. Now, nobody went out on Devil's Night, by the way. Just so you know, because who knows what kind of other shit would happen as well. There are hardly any events going on, except for a couple of club bands playing and all that shit. Who knows? But then Devil's Night back in the D was pretty much one of the most various, risk-taking nights out there, because if you were like underage, you didn't have an ID, and you were out by yourself, cops see you, they would probably take you into custody and call your parents to come pick you up and all that shit. They did that a lot throughout the years, and for an obvious reason. Now, I was reading an article about it, and when Dennis Archer was mayor of Detroit around from 1993 to I forgot what year that he left office, and I guess Kwame Kilpatrick took over, they renamed the Devil's Night Angel's Night. And yeah, the Detroit police had a lot of patrol cars out there patrolling the streets. They had people walking the streets, with walkie-talkies, checking up on every house that there was, vacant or not vacant. Vacant or vacant, I meant to say. My apologies. And this went on for about almost 30 years, believe it or not. And obviously it must have worked, because the highest was in 1984, and this was over a total of 800 houses that were victims of arson. Last year, 2017, it was only about 54. Now they're also going to start something this year called Hollywood in the D, where there's going to be activities, there's going to be games, there's going to be a lot of stuff to do, to keep people distracted from doing things like arsoning and all that shit, which I applaud. which I give a thumbs up to. Keep these kids occupied because they have nothing else better else to do. Now, so far here in the area of Texas and mostly downtown Houston, there's none of that going on here. It's like, as I mentioned earlier, a regular night and all that good stuff, other than the 24-hour convenience stores, gas stations putting up signs saying, please remove masks before entering. Thank you very much. You know, and they've been doing that as in back in the D as well. Now, I want to take the time to applaud all the volunteers, the Detroit police, and everyone else involved in keeping the D safe from any motherfuckers out there who like to set buildings on fire just for the fuck of it. You know, we applaud you for keeping my old hometown, the Detroit, safe. We applaud you for keeping it steady, keeping the bullshit on the down low for so many years. And hopefully, I can look back, you know, and actually look on the internet and find out that there's no more buildings set on fire on Devil's Night. That would be nice to know. Because I remember there was even a book back in the 80s called Devil's Night and Other True Tales of Detroit that really gave the D a bad name. So once again, my 20 thumbs up to the Detroit Police Departments and all the volunteers out there patrolling the streets tonight back in Detroit. And I'm wondering how, is it the same in any other cities like Los Angeles, Houston, New York City, Manhattan, the ATL, or Birmingham, Alabama, or any of those areas? I wonder if those cities ever had any of those problems. I'm wondering that myself because, you know, we always hear about Detroit and we never hear about any other cities, you know. I'm wondering if they're having a safe night as it is here. Shut this off here because the battery's getting dead. So and before we go, just one more thing just one little thing I need to say. And I'm getting a little bit sick and tired of seeing on Facebook. I just posted on it a while ago. A friend of mine posted this little thing. She's going to be moving to Atlanta, Georgia to take a job in the hospital as a nurse. And she'll be making a lot more money than she was. She'll be able to afford all the things. And at the bottom said, by the way, this is not true. Post this on your status and see how many people react. Too many people that I've known have done this. They talk about some of the sort of like, losing someone from cancer or some sort of little thing that they're going through their life. And they always end with, post this and as your status and see how many people react. Years back, they used to say things like, let me rephrase that. Years back, around 2014, I would get messages after I make a comment. It would say, you should not have commented on my status or my post here. Now you must pick pick your poison. 1, I'm pregnant. 2, I'm thinking about becoming a prostitute. I used to get those all the time. So finally, I just had to post saying, no more of this bullshit. And I'm going to say the same thing for this. No more of this, post this on your status and see how many. Fuck that stupid ass shit. It's dumb, it's boring, makes no fucking sense, and it leads everybody on. I'm sick of it. And I'll say right now, whoever came up with that stupid idea, oh, let's keep Facebook popping, let's have some games, like post this and maybe who do this? Post this and I'll give you a number to do on how many numbers you can like say let's post a third picture on your cell phone. I'll give you a number. Fuck that. I'm done with that as well. I've done enough of that bullshit as well. No more. That's about it. I'm about to head home. I'm Dr. Earl. Thank you for watching. Keep it safe, kids, and have a happy Halloween.